everybody, how's it going? Dan Schinder here on Drum Talk TV with another original series, episode 4 with Lou Calderola, my host, my co-host. We are co-hosting this original Drum Talk TV series, conveniently and poignantly titled Under the Influence. After all, what else would you name a show with Lou and I hosting it, right, Lou? People are going to think we're smoking out the whole time or something. It's not what it is. Tell them what this show's about. What is Under the Influence?
So, yeah, this was a great, out of a fun chat that we had and about just sharing. There's so many great moments from drummers that, influence all of us around. And there's so many people that we can draw from. We said, well, why don't we get something going here where we feature a couple of our favorite either drummers for an influence or drum parts that influenced us and get a chance to chat about them, maybe break them down a little, feature some highlights of them. And here we are, episode 4 already.
Yeah, and you folks can participate in a few different ways. You can put a video of you in the link playing to one of your biggest influences or a video of them. You can also submit a video to be featured on our show. That link is in the description, as well as the brought to you by. I have to give a shout out to Earth Harvested Wellness, which is a brand newish CBD brand of really great products. And also by, I happen to have mine here, Metaflex therapy gloves. Great if you're older like me and have arthritis from going like this all your life, waving your fist at traffic. I'm just kidding. It's from playing probably and doing other things like gardening and building and stuff with my hands my whole life as a senior. These things are great. They're great for carpal tunnel. They're great for arthritis. So go ahead and check those face pages out. Not yet. Wait till after this show. But we want to also know where you're watching from. Lou, tell them where you are.
Yeah, today I'm in Bedford, New York. I'm usually from home at Brewster, but as you can see by Bedford Video Room 9, I am at my School of Rock here and taking a little time to influence some of the future drummers here, but breaking a little away to do some stuff here with you, like which we enjoy. So awesome. The guys here provided me with a spot here in Bedford, New York to do episode 4 with you here from the School of Rock.
Great. And I'm somewhere no one's ever heard of unless they follow this show, and that's Globe, Arizona, and that's about 100 miles east of Phoenix up in the mountains. So let's jump into it. I'll check comments on and off. When I look over here, I'm not watching the Flintstones. I'm looking at your comments, folks. So go ahead, chime in, say hi, tell us where you're watching from. Steven Schinder, our associate producers in the background, pulling levers, twisting knobs, flipping switches, reading the dial. Steve, pop that comment in there that I sent to you and pin that. Lou, who's your first influence that we're going to feature?
So today, this one might be like, wait a minute, Lou, did you just pick from the wrong column? But a song that we all know, but maybe some folks didn't realize who actually laid down the drum track on it is going to some Paul McCartney and Wings with Jet. What a tasty song and tasty drum part. And it was actually played by Mr. McCartney. And some folks might think that, it was, either Denny or who was it, played on the tracks. Well, growing up, I thought that as well.
I thought that
and
too.
After doing a little more research, for the longest time I did. And I actually asked Denny that once. And he was like, I asked him something about the track. And he said, honestly, I couldn't answer that properly. It's not me. I was like, oh, really? I didn't realize that. So that's how I learned it was actually Paul that played on that. And
that's great.
They did he did most of the bass line tracks, bass, guitar, guitar, drums, stuff. A lot of all the backline stuff really. Yeah. And then they finished everything up at Abbey Road and some of the other band members were involved on it. But yeah, that's Paul's drum track. So there was just his writing. It's just so much fun. One of the things, and especially here at the school, I recently directed a show where we did a lot of Beatles solo material from all the members. And just diving into Paul's stuff is always so fun. You always find these neat things he sneaks into the writing where we know his songs so well. You grew up with them, you hear them on the radio, and you just take them in as oh, these are, simple, fun pop songs. But then you break them down and there's always this cool, an odd time change or a weird amount of measures in a section that makes you go, wait a minute.
I was going to ask, what is it about this particular clip specifically you'd like people to watch for or listen for? Anything in particular with Paul's playing or the part?
I love the approach. Yeah, it's really that, like, I always loved it about this, and then it made sense to me after finding out it was Paul, how it seems to me that multi-instrumentalists where drums are their second or third instrument, they just have this slightly different mental approach to the drum part than a lot of us drummers do, which to me, a lot of times is a really interesting take on the part, like something that I might not have initially thought of myself if I was creating the part. And I've really enjoyed some, hearing Stevie Wonder, Prince, Paul McCartney, folks that, track on their songs and go, wow, what a great drum part. It's so not what I would have played. I love it. Yeah. And I think Jet here has a lot of that, where the placement, just some of the snare hits and a few little different transitions that are nothing too crazy out of the world, like blow your mind fancy, but just so, well, that's not what every drummer normally plays kind of stuff.
So let's cue it up. Check this out, folks. Turn it up. This is Lou playing Paul, playing Jet, if that makes sense. Check it out. Awesome. And first of all, that was great. I love the sound of the drums too. And I think we're actually live on my personal page. So you know what, folks, we're going to say goodbye and we're going to jump off and go over to Drum Talk TV. We'll see you in a moment.